It's coffee break. Welcome back to the podcast where we're going to tell you it's just a walk the moon kind of day.
It is. It's a good band. They got good songs.
Yep, they're a good pop band. Band. They make their own music. They actually make music. Mm-hmm. It's crazy in today's world.
It's more than just shut up and dance.
Yeah.
They got a lot of really good songs.
They really do. They're pretty fun. So, what's also fun is Kevin James is back, but he's not Paul Blart. Here's the thing. I love Paul Blart.
Yeah?
But only the second one.
I've never watched either of them, but you've had glowing praise for Paul Blart Mall Cop 2.
Yes.
Since, like the day I met you.
Yeah. When I saw it, I was just like, that is a comedy. It was just, he's fighting a swan in a backyard and some dude just playing the piano and it's a legitimate fight. And I was like, this, you get it. You understand comedy.
What was the last thing he did? Probably some Adam Sandler thing.
Yeah, he shows up.
Hubie Halloween or something.
Hubie Halloween.
Oh, God.
Right there next to Halloween Town is probably one of the best Halloween movies ever made.
I viscerally hate it. It's so bad.
It's very annoying, especially his voice. I won't even call that an accent.
Which is the only joke is that the guy has an annoying voice. The entire time, that's it. He's an annoying voice and everyone hates him. And that's the only joke for 3 hours.
Well, he's also he's a little too much for the whole town.
Yeah, bad movie.
Yes, it is. I was joking about that. But Paul Blart, too, is amazing. Kevin James is back, but this time he's decided to pick up a gun.
Paul Blart, no!
Called Guns Up. And it's basically... John Wick is a bad example here. But John Wick kind of inspired other movies like that.
Is it a...
I would say it's not a comedy.
It's not a comedy?
Nope, it's a very serious film.
Oh.
About him just taking out bad guys, trying to keep his family safe.
It sounds like he watched,
Nobody.
Bill Hader's Barry.
Oh.
And went, I can do that too.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some weird inspirations, but it's also just strange to watch a comedian go a heavy set comedian go I could be a superhero too, or an action guy.
I mean, sure, you could be. We need more heavy set action guys, but I don't know, man. Who was I talking about? I compared someone's career to Will Smith the other day.
Yeah.
How you're known for your comedy, but then you just really keep trying to do these serious drama things, and they just never really work as good as your comedy ever was.
Recently, there was a lot of roles that Will Smith turned down, and people were talking about it. He turned down Matrix because he didn't understand it.
Yeah.
And it's well, I don't like Matrix either, but I mean that really propelled Keanu forward. Mm-hmm. What else did he turn down? I can't remember right now. I don't care about Will Smith.
Is that why he did all those other horrible bad movies After Earth, because he felt like he had missed out when he got all those offers? And he's I need to start taking these ones now.
After Earth was a unique project for him because he got to be with his son, who clearly needs more mommy and daddy time, or less mommy time, more daddy time.
I don't think he likes his parents. I don't think he talks to them very much.
No. Their whole family's falling apart. We all know about this.
Yeah.
Will Smith, his music career wasn't that great, in my opinion.
Oh, he just came out with a new song.
Yep.
Yeah, he's trying that again.
Yep.
Good for him, I guess.
My favorite movie of his is Wild Wild West.
Okay. I would say Men in Black 2, personally.
Really? The second one?
I like the second one. The first one's good, too, but I'm more nostalgic for the second one, because I watched the second one first.
Okay, well... Will Smith is not part of my script, but thanks for bringing him up.
Yeah.
So Kevin James' new movie, Guns Up. You can check out the trailer. It's what you think it is, I told you. Ezra Miller is trying to make a comeback.
Boo, don't let this happen.
They are currently writing a script with a scripty. And I was just Ezra, we don't want you back.
No, they're not a good actor.
How could you just fumble the Flash that hard?
Yeah.
And especially when the Arrowverse was just wrapping up.
They were giving you everything. And also, more egregiously, beyond just being a bad actor, they kidnapped someone, didn't they?
Yeah.
Don't let this person make a comeback.
Yeah, so this person should never be coming back. Somehow, I don't know why, Devil May Cry, the animated show that was on Netflix, will get a second season, but the showrunner promises something different.
That sucks.
The showrunner picked up another video game. I can't remember either.
Is it something like Devil May Cry?
No.
Or is it something like Rayman?
It was something weird like that, yeah. But I was just like, that first season, I couldn't even finish the season because it was so bad.
God, no, it was so... And apparently all I've seen is people talk about how it's, like, really bad and boring and just doesn't make sense.
From what I understood, he's realized that they missed their mark. And he's like, well, the essence of the first season will still be in the second one, but we're basically going to change up everything. And I was like, yeah, so it's a reboot. Your second season will reboot the first season.
That's a bad look.
Yep.
Why are you getting this? Who greenlit this?
It's weird to me because I'm now starting to just realize that Capcom video games just can't be adapted.
No.
You're going to mess up Resident Evil. Mm-hmm. They're making a Street Fighter. That's not going to work.
No.
They're way too, like...
Oh, bless you. Bless you.
They're way too cartoonish.
Also, there's not enough story for there to be a Street Fighter. It's all fighting, and they're not going to do that.
Yeah, but Mortal Kombat has several movies.
That was one of the biggest problems with what we watched from Devil May Cry, was that it was just a lot of standing around talking about things. And I'm like, I know the game isn't just standing around regurgitating boring exposition and lore at each other. Mm-hmm. Terrible shows get second seasons, like Velma. How did that happen?
Okay, and this is probably some of the coolest news I've got. Russell Crowe will join Henry Cavill in the Highlander remake.
Wow. What?
Jor-El and Kal-El get to reunite. That was all over the tabloids. I thought it was adorable.
That's cute.
But Russell Crowe. Mm-hmm. Okay. So the original movie stars Christopher Lambert, and he played Raiden in the Mortal Kombat movie, the original one.
Oh!
And then
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery was his master, right? The whole point of Highlander is that basically every now and then someone's born and they're just basically immortal.
Yeah.
And the only way you can kill one is by taking their head.
There can only be one Highlander.
Yep.
Everyone knows that.
And Sean Connery's character was ancient. He was very old. And he was supposed to be Egyptian.
Oh.
Yeah. Look at the way he's dressed and the way he talks. And he's just like, I don't know if the casting director understood what this character was supposed to be. They obviously ignored it and they just went straight to the biggest name star they could get.
Of course.
Okay, so Russell Crowe, hopefully they don't make him Egyptian.
Yeah.
But if they do, it's just Gods of Egypt again.
Oh no! Russell, stop!
And if you haven't seen Gods of Egypt, I highly recommend that you find a way to get inebriated before you watch that, because it's just nonsense.
Bad. Wow.
Yeah, that's. I gave that to one of my friends, who was my boss, and I bought the DVD for him because he loved the movie, but in all the wrong ways.
It's like
right?
like The Room,
Yeah.
like so bad it's fun to watch because it's terrible.
The Room is actually a little better, but yeah, just hand that out as a copy to somebody, and they'll be like, "Oh, that's a good way to say F you." My favorite part about Highlander, I started watching the films in my early 20s. Mm-hmm. It was about a decade ago.
Yeah.
And my parents loved them. I remember them watching them. They had them on VHS when the new one, Endgame, came out.
Oh.
Yeah. There's two Highlanders, and they're both good guys now.
Oh.
And it was a tie-in to the TV show. So, I started watching them. Mm-hmm. And I watched the first one, and I'm like, okay, I get it. This is fun. It's good. And then there's the second one. It's called The Quickening.
Oh, God. That's a terrible name.
There are two versions of this movie. There's one that you don't want to watch, and there's the one that they tried to re-edit to fix it. It's so bad.
Damn. What's wrong with the bad one?
So the first movie, ancient, like not ancient, but like he's Scottish, right? So this is before the Industrial Revolution, right? But then as he like grows up, and life continues on, he's in the modern world. He's in the 80s.
Okay.
Right? The second one, they're like, we'll do future space stuff.
Oh,
and you're like,
no.
what? You just broke all the rules.
I'm just trying to be Dune.
Yeah, and like the opening scene, he's fighting another guy, another Highlander, who's obviously the bad guy, in a parking garage, and he has a katana.
Okay.
No, our guy has a katana, and I'm like, you should have a McLeod.
Or at least like a gun if we're in the space future or whatever.
Well, it was that 80s space future.
We gotta do the Star
Blade Runner.
Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we have blasters, but our heroes use their swords.
Yeah. Anyways, the Highlander movie remake has been in the works for, like I said, I started watching these movies about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It's been about that long.
And I think this is fine. This isn't like I think there's definitely room to try to breathe a new life back into this franchise because it's been dead and gone for a long while.
Yeah.
And none of those sequels worked. So.
Well, it worked well enough to make that TV show to make a third movie.
Okay.
Again, like where the two characters get to meet.
And
it just completely ignores the second movie.
It's like the opposite of how I feel about Tron. I don't know why they keep trying to bring Tron back.
Yes.
But I feel like this one, I'm like, yeah, I think it's time. We can do this.
Well, didn't I say the other day, how many Tron movies are they going to make before they realize that nobody likes this?
They're trying so... It's like, what's that video game? Horizon, where it's just like, why do you keep making things for this?
Oh.
Horizon Zero Dawn?
Yeah.
No, what are you doing?
It's got a Lego game. It's got a VR game. You're just like, I mean, it was a cool game.
But what?
Yeah. So, this will be interesting if they ever pull this off with Highlander. Mm-hmm. Microsoft Penis is planning another round of layoffs.
Man, what losers. Right after announcing the GROG.
Grog. We said it wrong on the podcast.
I think it's ROG. I like calling it GROG.
Yeah, so they had a major drought during early 2024. They're trying to reshift some things. And what they're really doing is they're relying on Activision Blizzard to basically just be their game makers.
What a terrible decision. No one likes Blizzard. Blizzard is like the company everyone uses as the example of a bad company.
That's not true.
They're one of the biggest ones.
Yes.
Like the sexual harassment and the layoffs.
Yeah.
And
They've been awful, but it's EA. EA, there was a slew in the 2010s where every year it was voted the worst company ever. Mm-hmm. And those were the people inside, outside, the fans. Like, everyone was like, no, this place sucks.
Hey, Microsoft, if you wanted to, why not, I don't know, make Fable 3? I remember that trailer 5 years ago, pre-COVID.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure they had to just kind of squeak out Oblivion remake.
Yeah.
To try and deter people from going, where is the next Elder Scrolls?
Yeah. Because that was another thing. That same exact time. Yeah, Elder Scrolls.
Okay.
Is it? Skyrim. Yes. Elder Scrolls. Yes.
I know it's not Ring.
It's been so long, I can't remember the name of this stupid franchise.
Yeah. I remember their subtitles.
Mm-hmm. The good one. The one that's everywhere. The one that no one really played.
I just don't understand. How are you going to be a game company if all you've done is muscle your way into the industry? You've bought Bethesda. You bought Activision Blizzard, which Activision Blizzard was like $20 billion or something ridiculous.
I know. For Blizzard?
Yeah.
And then they got Blizzard, and then they immediately, chopped up World of Warcraft, which is what Blizzard was most famous for.
Yeah.
They shut down the old servers and, ruined it. You spent all that money and that's the decision you made? You spent $1 million to buy a new car and then you jumped it into a gorge?
Yeah. And you got Bethesda. You ruined a lot of great things there.
They stole Banjo-Kazooie and Conquer.
Well, yeah, they bought up, was that Rareware?
It was Rareware. They took most of what Rare had, and Nintendo, like grabbed Donkey Kong from their greasy little mitts.
Oh, if Microsoft ever played that game with them. Oh, it would be so fun to just watch Nintendo slap the crap out of them. You remember when they wanted to buy Nintendo?
I know, and Nintendo laughed at them. That's so embarrassing.
And
it's Nintendo.
Yeah.
Like, they're not like people talk about how bad Nintendo is as a company, how it's like 10 years behind everyone else, and they still laughed at you.
Nintendo doesn't play well with others, notoriously.
Yeah.
And they really just don't care about you.
No.
They got a vision. They got a weird little Japanese man vision, and they just keep going down that tunnel vision.
They do the one thing they want, which I appreciate that, I guess, you know. But also, can you not, I don't know, every now and then give us something we want? Like another Pokemon Snap, or a Pokemon Stadium, or a Pokemon game that runs well, or...
So they renewed the franchise, the copyright, for the trading card game.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But people are thinking that they're making a new, like, trading card game.
Ooh, something different?
Something that can be on, like, the console.
That'd be fun. I'd be so into that.
Yeah. It's interesting, but we don't know. It could just be them keeping things updated.
They do that a lot. Like, in order to, like, throw people off the scent of what the names of new games will be, they'll get random copyrights. Like, they have copyright for, like, Pokemon. It might have run up by now, but, like, Pokemon Brown version.
Yeah.
Pokemon...
Which is real.
Pokemon Purple version, you know, things like that.
Yep.
They do that all the time. So, they might just get it so other people can't have it.
They really should have done that Pokemon Brown.
It was Bidoof.
Yep, it's Bidoof. That's what the fan one is, yeah. Pokemon fans are weird. Just Nintendo fans in general.
It's true.
The new Donkey Kong looks cool. I was watching someone play the demo.
I think Tiny Pauline is very cute and fun.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are like, this is Wreck-It Ralph and Vanellope.
Yeah.
This is Sully and Boo. This is the same energy of a big guy, a little girl.
Damn. So you don't even need Mike?
I
guess he is on the cover of a magazine.
You know that, yeah, I know. You know that, in Monsters, Inc., when he thinks Boo gets crushed into the cube, and he's holding it and he's sad? It's that, but Donkey Kong holding that rock that she's in.
Yep. Nice. The thing is, I'm looking at the Switch, too. I'm watching people play its demos. It's got Mario Kart on there, and now Bonanza, right? This thing's supposed to run in 2K.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
I don't either.
The TV's 2K. The monitor, I know that. It's a 4K, actually.
Yeah.
And I'm watching it, and I'm like, this just looks like the Switch. It's slightly brighter.
It's faster. Like, load times are faster.
Yeah.
There's less frame drops, but this is a field of video game I don't fully understand.
Yes.
But I keep seeing people talk about ghosting while playing Mario Kart World, where it's rather than having, like, consistent frames, ghosting is where it, like, smears frames between to imply frames are there.
Yeah, implied movement.
Yeah. Don't quote me on that. This is a world I don't understand. This is something like people who do, like, frame perfect jumps and whatever talk about.
That's an interesting thing, because Mario Kart World was made for the Switch, but it was too strong for the Switch. Mm-hmm. And yet they're still cheating it on the Switch too, which tells me your console's still not strong enough.
Yeah, I'm so excited. The summer Steam sale starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
I want a new game because I only have, like, 2 on my Steam Deck, and one is Baldur's Gate and the other one is Little Goody Two Shoes, and both are kind of a lot. Mm-hmm. So I want something new, but I was fiddling around with it today, just, like, getting logged back in, and even just going through the menus, it looks so much nicer than anything, especially the Switch's menus.
Yep.
God, the eShop on the Switch is so infuriating. It's so slow. It's so small.
I was on the eShop the other night because I was playing Advance Wars, but before I started it up, I was like, I should just see if something's on sale. Mm-hmm. I was just like, oh my god. It's not loading.
It doesn't work.
No, it doesn't move when you tell it to move because it has to load.
And something that really annoys me. Oh my god. Okay, so on the 3DS eShop, they had this feature I friggin' loved, where if you clicked something, like a demo for something, if you scroll to the bottom of the page, it'd be like other similar games.
Oh, that would be nice.
And so it would give you click through that, and I would find the most craziest crap doing that. Just going through like the recommended similar games, because they were sometimes so obscure because they were by like indie developers and stuff that it wouldn't be the first things popping up when you like typed in your parameters or whatever. And it annoys me that the Switch doesn't have anything like that. In fact, it's so broad. Like, if I want, like, an RPG, it'll still recommend me things like Minecraft or, you know, Mario Odyssey. Yeah. It's like, it's not an RPG, but it's been classified this way arbitrarily somehow, and it makes finding something impossible.
Yep. Well, I like playing demos.
I love playing demos.
As a kid, if you're as old as me, you're in your 30s, you would say that getting demos was a treat and sometimes pretty damn rare.
Sometimes that would, like, I only played Monster Hunter. I got
my bad.
Bumped the whole table.
I know.
I only got Monster Hunter because I got the demo first, because I was like, I'm intrigued, but I don't know if I'm gonna like the gameplay. I picked it up, I played the demo, and I'm like, I'm in love. I want that. Yeah. That you will find the coolest things whether you got the game or not. I love demos, and the Switch is so not demo friendly.
It's not, and just trying to find a demo, it's like pulling teeth. Mm-hmm. Well, like the PlayStation, it was part of its store, right? That's where I was getting the demos, and then they moved it over to collections.
Yeah.
Which I was like, I wish you told me this. There hasn't been any cool new demos. That's why I haven't made any PowerOns like that. Mm-hmm. But that's something that I really legitimately like doing, is playing a demo. I know from demos that I don't like Neo.
Yeah. And sometimes if you get a demo and then you like it and you get the game, you get like bonuses and stuff.
Do you remember I got a demo last year?
For what?
Stellar Blade.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm still playing Stellar Blade. I literally...
Yeah, you played it like, what, 3 days ago? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I still love playing that game.
I'm really excited for the second one.
But I will say this. I haven't beaten Wukong, but soon Wukong, Black Myth Wukong, should have been Game of the Year.
It should have.
I agree with everybody else. It should have.
What
are you talking about?
Admittedly, we haven't played Astro Boy or whatever it's called.
Astro Boy.
Whatever.
Astro Boy is a little Japanese kid.
He is. He was inspired by Betty Boop. Did you know that?
Oh.
That's why he has that eye shape. And hooray.
Nice.
Yeah. But no, yeah. I miss demos, and the Switch is garbage with demos.
Yes. I just don't understand why they made a whole new console for something that could just still...
And I'm kind of, it kind of really irritates me that I'll see gamers be like, look, now Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, it runs really well now. Yeah. And I'm like, this should have been the standard from the beginning. We shouldn't be sitting here and applauding that now the game actually runs like a game and not like... a dial-up.
But here's the thing. Scarlet and Violet are 3 years old.
Yeah, they're so old. I don't want to go back. I've replayed those games like 5 times already.
But it's been 3 years, and you put it on a new console, and you're like, wow, give it praise. And it's like, no, dude, it's old crap. Mm-hmm. If I got, Jak and Dexter 2?
Yeah.
On the PS2?
The best one, by the way.
Yes.
Nope. 3 is the best one. They're close.
Obviously, it's 4, and that's why it took so much time. It's a work of labor. No. Wait, work of love. A labor of love. My bad, I screwed it all up. A work of labor.
A work of labor. It's a work of work.
It's a work of work. Well, in this work of work, Chicken Run.
What about it?
Yeah, it's back.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, there was a movie Like
Yes.
2 years ago?
Chicken Run, Dawn of the Nugget.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where he was voiced I don't remember.
By Zach.
Yeah, it was Zach
Zachary.
Levy.
Yep.
Who voiced him the first time? Duh.
The guy who would not like Zachary Levy.
No.
Kind of notorious for that. Mel Gibson.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're making a third one?
No.
What?
Are you ready?
I'm not.
They're making a video game. It's called Extraction.
I thought they already had a video game.
They have many video games because I remember as a little boy, watched Chicken Run in theaters. The claymation stop motion, awesome movie.
It was huge.
It was so good. And right after that, we went to Burger King.
Nice. A nice little treato.
But I remember these things, right? We saw the second one. It took way too long to make the second one.
Yes.
It wasn't done correctly because they're cheating things with CGI.
Yeah, it wasn't stop motion. It was CG that looks like stop motion, which is fine, but there is a difference in quality.
Yes. And you look at Nightmare. Look at how well done Nightmare is.
Everything like Coraline, a Kubo and the Two Strings.
The dog farted.
I know, it's bad.
Well, Kubo and the Two Strings has CGI.
There's parts, but most of it is just stop motion.
What about Box Trolls?
Paranorman. I haven't seen Box Trolls.
Both of those movies suck. I'm just going to be honest.
I haven't seen Paranorman, but I've seen enough animation.
Wallace and Gromit Curse the Were-Rabbit.
I do know Wallace and Gromit.
Flushed Away.
Who doesn't know? Flushed Away was a stop motion.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It is not.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
Oh, yes, it is.
I watched the behind the scenes for it as a kid. It's not.
Can you remember who voiced him?
Yeah, Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, it's so weird. I thought it was weird that he didn't sound like Wolverine.
I was so confused.
Right? It was my first time realizing, oh, there's accents.
Like I was staring at the name, and then I was staring at the DVD that we have for X-Men, and I was staring, and I'm like, surely it's a different guy.
Yeah, just his normal voice. Yeah, so it's called Extraction. It's a stealth action game because they're trying to grab you because you're a chicken.
Is it extraction?
No, it's Extraction.
They didn't go with the obvious pun.
They didn't want to exaggerate.
Wallace and Gromit would be disappointed.
Yeah,
He loves a good pun.
it's true. I guess they couldn't crack the shell on that one.
Wensleydale. I love Wallace and Gromit.
Okay. And then, so randomly this week, I opened up my phone because I just didn't pay attention the day before, I guess, and I found out that John Bernthal is going to be in Spider-Man 4.
Yeah.
And my
He's just being like the cameo guy now.
my third leg shot straight up. I was very excited. I was like, "This is the dream, dude.
Yep.
This is it. We're doing it."
They've done a movie together.
Yes.
I don't remember what it was called. It was some weird, like, art house, like a preacher thing.
No,
Kind of-
they're Crusaders.
Yeah. I knew there was like a holy war type deal going on. No, I'm excited. I think those guys might disagree a bit, and that could be fun. Just a little bit, just tiny little things, just a little bit of disagreements.
If you could see my face, you would know. And I'm like, luckily Spider-Man's really fast, and he has that spidey sense because Frank might just shoot you. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
The way that guy was at the end of Born Again, I was like, he's unhinged.
I'm excited for. The more I hear about this new Spidey film, the more I'm excited for it.
Yes. You know what I'm excited for?
Hey.
And every other Spider-Man fan is with me on this. It's the fourth one.
Yeah, I know.
We made it to 4. I know, I'll shut up because it hasn't come out yet, but dude.
I know.
Oh my god.
This is a pretty big deal.
It's a big deal for us.
Not many, also just in the scope of MCU, not many make it to 4.
No.
There's Thor.
Yep. And Avengers.
Yeah,
And that's it.
that is it.
Yep.
Not even.
Well, there's Fantastic Four, but that doesn't really count.
They keep showing, like, there was like a new trailer today, and I'm like, it's just the same things. Like, it looks the same. I don't, like, it looks fine. I'm excited.
I don't care.
I love the Fantastic Four. I think they're one of my earliest favorite superheroes.
That's because their movie was with Chris Evans playing Johnny.
Yes.
That came out when we were little kids.
Yeah, it was one of my first superhero movies.
Every kid can sit down today and still watch that movie. There's like non-violence in it.
Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it.
They take out Doom in like 2 seconds.
I know.
It's so quick.
They just look at him and he's like, done.
Like he's encased in his metal, and they're like, I guess he'll die in there.
I'm intrigued, but I would be lying if I didn't say it was the one I'm least looking forward to between Fantastic Four, Jurassic World, and Superman. Superman's number one, obviously.
I don't know.
I want to see Mr. Terrific. He's
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
cool.
Because they got Smurfs in there.
They revealed like the cast for the Smurfs?
Yeah.
It's like 90% people I don't know.
Yep. Yeah, this Smurf movie's not attached to the other Smurf movies.
No.
So I'm like, what are you doing? Because Trolls, when Trolls show up, they just destroy the box office every time. And I'm just like, how?
I don't know why they keep trying to do the stupid Smurfs. They had a whole series.
Yep. Well, now they got Smurfette.
There's another female Smurf. I'm pretty sure they're a female.
Well,
They had
in today's age, that might be something else.
They might be non-binary, but they had a feminized sounding name. I won't presume, but like, I don't know why. No one, even as a kid, no one liked the Smurfs. No one cares. They're so old and stupid.
Remember in Donnie Darko when they're out in the like forest
yes.
shooting, and his friends are arguing about Smurfs, and he just yells at them to just level the playing field.
He has this autistic moment. It's like, first of all, that isn't how that would happen.
Oh,
second of all,
that was his moment.
One of, learning time travel was another one.
What was it? The Yarn Barn.
Donnie Darko's a weird movie.
I love that movie.
I adore it.
I tend to watch that one at least once a year.
Great soundtrack.
So here's the cool thing about John Bernthal being there. Mm-hmm. Not only is Spidey going to get to meet one of my faves, right? But who's his lawyer?
Yeah, hopefully it's a lot more prominent than Matt Murdock's tiny 1-minute cameo.
Because if the devil, if Red shows up, and we got Frank...
I would be so into that. I would be so into...
And Webhead?
Punisher, Spidey, and the devil hanging out.
And they go against Kingpin. Let's do it.
Are they... Is Peter going to Hell's Kitchen? Is that what he's doing in this one?
He lives in New York.
I know. He lives in, like, the Bronx, though, doesn't he?
So there's a girl that's casted in this movie. I forgot her name. It doesn't matter. We're not going to see this movie for a while.
I know.
But we don't know what she is. And everyone's like, oh, she's going to be Gwen Stacy. Oh, she's going to be something else. Silver Cat, Black Cat, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Spider-Man's Catwoman flavor.
Yes. Because they all just have the same things over and over again.
And him and Bats. Him and the Flying Rodent have a lot in common.
Spider, Bat.
Same thing.
You find them both during Halloween.
Whether he's got long ears or not. So, yeah. There's also people saying, like, oh, this is going to be another multiverse, and they want to bring back the other Spideys.
I don't want to.
And I'm like, I don't think they're going to.
It was really cool for the last film, but I'm good. I think if we brought them back, it would, one, diminish the impact of the finale that the last film had, of them, like, having to part with each other.
Yeah.
But also, it would just feel like a watered-down, tread-on gimmick that they already did.
Yeah.
And also, the multiverse shtick, like, Spidey made it popular, but since they did that, every single stinking person in the whole cinematic universe has tried to do a similar thing.
Yeah.
And I'm tired, like hearing that, like, our old retired X-Men are going to be coming back. I'm like, I don't want that. I want new. We did it with Deadpool and Wolverine, and now we're done. Let's move on. That we can't beat that one. So let's go.
Yes, you can.
How are you going to top
Spider-Man Brand New Day is going to beat Deadpool and Wolverine.
How are you going to top Chris Evans yelling "Flame on" in front of Deadpool and Wolverine?
And then Deadpool is disappointed.
When everyone thought he was Captain America.
Yeah. That was a twist. That was the only thing I didn't spoil for myself.
It was great. It was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I was so happy.
So the question last week, this question did not come from me. This was a critter question because I couldn't figure out anything.
Yeah.
So which actor do you prefer for any reason? Jeremy Allen White or Timothée Chalamet?
Nice.
The winner, 67%, Jeremy Allen White. Timothée Chalamet at 33%. I think it has mostly to do with exposure to Jeremy.
Yes, yes.
Because I've been watching Jeremy for years now.
He was in, what was that called?
Shameless.
Yes.
And that's how I knew about him.
Mm-hmm.
And
every now and then I'll see a clip from it, and I'm like, whoa.
yeah, he's a baby in that one.
He's tiny.
And he's also like the second oldest brother.
Yeah.
Yes, but he's still a baby.
And the oldest one is that kid who played Goku in Dragon Ball Evolution.
No. No.
He is in it.
No. Yes, hold on. It's his sister. She played Bulma.
Really?
Yes.
They're both in that?
Yes, and her boyfriend is the guy who played Goku.
No way.
Yes.
Wow.
Dragon Ball Evolution is like a weird what-if scenario with Shameless, okay?
Yeah, also, not only Jeremy being, like, in Shameless and stuff, and just being in kind of... It's also The Bear is really big.
Yes, which The Bear Season 4 just dropped. We haven't watched it,
Like, it was
obviously.
like 4 hours ago, you know?
Yeah,
like, just now.
It's too late for me.
So we gotta crush through it. Hopefully the season's really good. Not like the last
Oh,
season.
you know, I hope, because it was supposed to end... It's supposed to end here, right?
Yes.
We'll find out. I bet it ends on a cliffhanger, and you're like, wait till next
Watch
year.
the movie.
Yeah. But it was supposed to be one season. They split it into two, right? And I bet a lot of that boring stuff was in season 3, so that all the fun action stuff will be here at the back end.
Man, I
to
hope.
counterbalance the cart, because the first season's so damn good.
Yeah.
It's a near perfect season. Like, it's a 99.9% awesome.
It's so funny too.
Oh,
the
dude.
first season. It's like shocking how funny it
When him and
manages
Cuz
to
are
be.
beating each other up in the parking lot,
Yeah.
but they're not really doing anything.
It's when they accidentally like drug everyone at the birthday party.
Yeah.
And so they just fall asleep.
It was a fun season, and in season 2, it's really good. But that ending, I hate that ending. You cannot. He gets stuck in the cooler, right?
Yeah.
There's no knob. Here's the thing: it is illegal
Yeah.
to not have a knob on those doors, the cooler doors.
Yes.
Every time you go into one, there will be a knob on the other side.
I've worked in multiple different establishments that have coolers.
I am human, and I've worked too.
I've worked multiple different, including a much smaller, more like mom and pop shop kind of style. They were butchers. I worked at a butchery.
Yeah,
I repped the meat.
Yeah, but it's the circular button thing that you kind of press.
Yeah, because that was one of my first questions. I was like, what happens if, like, someone closes the door? They're like, it's not a doorknob, it's this. Even if the doorknob falls off, this will open it for you.
Yeah, you can just press it in, and
so
it
there's
automatically unlocks.
no way their restaurant wouldn't have that.
I'm sorry, I have real life experience, and I did not fall for that, okay? That just, no go, no bueno.
I cannot suspend my disbelief enough.
It was hard enough for me to believe that he's a chef, okay? Okay. It's box office trolls.
Box office trolls.
God, okay. How to Train Your Dragon is just knocking it out of the park.
Second week in a row.
Yep.
I'm not seeing many people talk about it anymore. But
Well, apparently it's the same movie.
yeah.
So,
So if you like the first one.
hey, it turns out he saves the day.
What?
And he rides the dragon.
No way. Oh, I found out why Toothless's teeth do that.
To retract?
Yeah.
Well, they don't. When I was editing that, sometimes his teeth are just kind of out.
Well, yeah, but they can retract. And I saw a comment on a different video. Someone was explaining, like, the reasoning behind
So
it.
he doesn't freeze his teeth when he eats his freezies.
It's so he can get away from the dentist because he doesn't like the dentist. No, it's because his plasma blast.
Is that your Inosuke?
Yeah. Wake up, Kenpachiro. No, his teeth retract, so when he does his plasma blast,
Oh, he doesn't blast
he doesn't
his teeth
just
out.
destroy all his teeth. Yeah.
I love it when he does the blast. It's that build-up, and it's like a screech, and then just boom.
Yeah, noises cool noises to accompany like breath lasers. Godzilla knows what I'm talking about. That's the way to do it.
Dude, 2014.
Then like boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom,
and you
like
see it going up his back.
Like it's charging up.
And you just get those tingly feelies like you just want to make love.
Ah, it's so good. I love Godzilla. So yeah, How to Tame Your Dragon, number 1.
Yeah, number 2. 28 years later. It came out 28 years later, no one cares.
I've heard mixed things. Like some people are like it's really good, some people are like it's terrible, some people are like it's good but the ending's bad.
Yeah. Well, I read about something, there's a zombie variant called an alpha.
Wow.
And I was like, I'll watch this just to see what you do with them. But I did not like the original.
No.
I thought it was dumb that they hold you down and throw up on you.
I heard, production-wise, all of the, like, nudity you might see...
Yeah, it's all prosthetic.
Because they had a child actor on set.
Yeah.
Wow. Neat. How interesting. Prosthetics are amazing.
Well, I was like, I guess because it's been 28 years of the apocalypse, you're gonna be a little more barbaric.
I guess so.
Nomadic.
I don't think... That's my thing. I'm no fun with zombie stories like this, because I'm like, they would all be dead by then. All the zombies, their bodies would decompose.
That's not the way these guys work.
I know, but it's The Walking Dead. I'm like, all the walkers should be done. They should have decomposed.
Okay, so... They were evolving also at the end.
Yeah.
They were learning to unlock doors and climb up things.
That's what they need to do. Every time they need to do that with their zombies and Zimbos. Because it just gets so, like, easy to beat them after a while. Once you have all the Tommy guns in the world and unlimited ammo, suddenly a zombie isn't very scary. When you have, like, just a stick.
Well, let's go to my favorite zombie film of all time. Not The Walking Dead, but Walking Dead Episode 1 is amazing.
It's so good.
Dawn of the Dead.
The
one I did the review on, yes.
It's
Zack Snyder's.
Very good.
How many Tommy guns do you think you need to clear out a city? Because that's not going to work.
They charge
You need to
at
Raccoon
you.
City that. You need to nuke it.
I don't even think they're decomposing either.
They're not.
They don't seem like they need to have sustenance to maintain their body. They seem like they just stay as they are, but now mindless.
Well, they weren't completely mindless. You just remember they started coming to the mall.
Yeah, they followed their schedules, yeah.
Yeah, they started theorizing that they are just reliving their lives, right? Mm-hmm. In the original Romero's, which I haven't watched still. Mm-hmm. I tried to watch it way back then. Anyways, that is still in there, and the reason why is because he's making fun of consumerism.
Yeah.
Right? In this one, the recent one, they were like, we'll put some of that in there, but it's not really about consumerism.
Yeah, it's a fun explanation, like, to the zombies' behavior, but not like a point we're, like, lingering on.
Yeah. Number 3, Elio.
Oh, this one came out. Wow, first week in box office, and you couldn't even top 28 Years or Dragon? Elio, you suck. I've heard...
Hey, hold on.
Yeah?
Pixar's going down, and DreamWorks is coming in, man.
Yeah, I know. Finally.
And you know what? It's crazy. I love early Pixar, but every now and then DreamWorks drops a movie, and I'm just like, what was that?
Yeah.
That was Kung Fu Panda 1 through 3.
It's so amazing. For being Jack Black, doing his same joke he always does.
Don't expect it to be that good. It's the crane. The crane?
Ugh.
Dude, that's the second one?
No, the peacock.
The peacock is the third one.
No, the peacock is the second one. The third one's the bull. The crane is one of his teammates.
Whatever.
But yeah.
You know, another movie that I love by DreamWorks, which they just kind of threw away, they were like, no theatrical release, we'll just put it on Netflix. It's called Turbo. Mm-hmm. And it's about a little snail that's voiced by Ryan Reynolds, who can go super fast, right? It's a good movie.
Isn't Shrek DreamWorks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, okay, everyone says, hot take here, everyone says The Godfather Part 2 is the best sequel ever made. Right?
They're wrong.
And it will rival Star Wars Episode 5, because 4 never deserved anything like that.
No.
And it took me years to realize how good 5 is.
Yes.
But then once I realized it, I was like, I'm with everyone now.
But they're wrong. It's Shrek 2.
Shrek 2 is the greatest sequel It should have.
Not only that, Men in Black 2, and also Paul Blart, Mall Cop. Step aside, Godfather.
Also, Ted 2.
Yes.
No, Shrek 2 is pound for pound better than the first movie.
Like, it's crazy, like, that the first movie manages to be so much fun without one of our main characters, Puss. Puss in Boots isn't there.
Dude.
I know.
It's weird, isn't it? You're like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, he changes the game.
That's like that Chinese AI knockoff, isn't it?
I want the new one to come out, just because I'm curious.
Yeah, well, because of Toy Story 5, I'm like, dude, Shrek. Shrek is love. Shrek.
Man, let's keep going.
Okay.
We'll get back to Elio.
We are going to talk about Pixar really quick. Number 4, Lilo and Stitch. It's been out for 5 weeks. Congratulations, guys.
Boo. Be on streaming already. I want to see it.
Okay. Why are you going to be rude to Stitch? I'm not kidding.
Alright. I know things that you don't know. You'll have to see it.
Am I going to like this movie?
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, God. Okay. Number 5, Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, Part 2. Number 6, The
Materialist.
Yeah, Materialist.
I was right, by the way. It is Pedro Pascal, Chris Evans, and Dakota Johnson. I was right. I double-checked. Hooray.
It's the Chris Evans part.
I know.
But he does stuff like that. Like, he was still playing Cap, and he did a directorial debut about a guy who's addicted to heroin.
Yeah.
And the story, it's a true story. It's an biographical film.
Yeah.
Right? About this guy. He, of course, ODs.
Yeah.
Right? But he pushes for medical standards to clean and swap out needles.
I remember this. Yeah.
And that's why we do this, is because of this guy. And yeah, he was a heroin addict and he OD'd. Like, bonkers, but we're all cleaner now. Number 7, Ballerina.
Good for them.
This is the Kevin James movie without Kevin James. Number 8, The Karate Kid Legends.
Okay. I mean, I'll see it once it hits streaming. I like the kid who's playing the new Karate Kid. He was in American Born Chinese. He was the main lead of that one, and I think he's really good.
So then he will be as good as Jackie Chan.
I hope
They
so.
could already do their own stunts.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting that there was a lot of publicity about how great Jackie Chan is.
Yeah.
And I was like, this doesn't seem right. It doesn't fit well with what's going on here. I think that was the Chinese government. Here's the thing. Jackie, I have no problem with the guy. Okay?
Yeah.
He's got 20 albums.
He's a huge...
He's done porn.
influence.
Like, he's a cool guy.
Yeah, like, our childhood is shaped by... Everyone watched the Jackie Chan show, the Jackie Chan Adventures.
Yep.
Amazing. I heard he has a not great relationship with his kids and family.
Yeah, he's not really a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what he is? He's a communist.
That makes...
And he is in full support of the People's Republic of China.
You know, he's Chinese, so
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
So, yes, you're right. You're totally, absolutely correct that it's not my personal problem, right? But I look at him and I'm like, ooh, you got a touch of the fascism.
It is what? Someone from my childhood ended up being not a good person? Oh, man, that never happened.
Now, as for, like, crimes, I don't think he's ever committed any that I know of. But, again, he's with the Chinese government, so they could hide those things.
Yeah, I don't know. All I really know is, like, he's not on good terms with anyone in his family. His kids.
Well, this is why he disappeared for a long time.
Yeah.
Think about it. When was the last time you saw him?
He was voicing Monkey in Kung Fu Panda 3.
Yeah.
Back in like 2016 or something.
He did a movie in between with Arnold Schwarzenegger, which was a Russian film. And it was... Oh, dude, it was so bonkers. I only watched it because those two are in it, and they meet one time. And I was like, that's not what I wanted
I do know that one. I don't remember the name.
And it's the sequel.
Yeah.
What is up with sequels today? Anyways, my favorite Jackie Chan film, hands down, is I was about to say Wild Wild West again. It's actually not. It's a Western, though. It's his Western.
Oh, I don't remember with Owen.
Shanghai Noon.
Yeah.
But everyone agrees Shanghai Nights is a better movie.
Mine's a weird one.
That's a joke.
Mine's this weird little one. It's called Tuxedo. I don't know.
Oh my God, Tuxedo!
I never see anyone talking about Tuxedo.
Dude, Tuxedo came right after Medallion.
It was wow.
Do you remember Medallion?
No, but I've seen trailers and stuff, like reviews for it. I never watched it myself.
Yeah, and this is in the middle of rush hour.
Yeah, I was like.
But Tuxedo was.
I was like 6.
Isn't that Owen Wilson again?
I don't. It's been a very long time. My great grandmother had it on DVD.
Yep.
Because she always had new DVDs. And she was like, "You like Jackie Chan, right?" Because we would watch the cartoon. Mm-hmm. And then we watched it. And I was like, we would watch it a couple of times. And it's a fun one.
Yeah. If you really love stunt work, go check out Drunken Monkey.
Yeah. That's some of his best stuff. It's
Dude.
So, like, it's...
So there's like 5 guys that roll up on him. And he's obviously drunk, right? And they've got spears. With giant plates at the end.
For no reason.
He's kind of a problem to them. Because how does he defeat them? And he really does this.
It's so...
He's sitting on a little wooden bench. And he just picks that bench up.
Yeah.
And he kicks their ass with a bench.
It's really... And I really love the fan theory that Jar Jar Binks was supposed to be, utilize this kind of mechanic with his combat. Make people think he's stupid, but really he's very intentional with his movements and stuff. But then they dropped that, and that never really went anywhere.
He's a Gungan.
Yeah.
What are they good for? You notice they're not in the sequel series?
Yeah.
There's a good fan theory that somebody on the Empire did not like him. And he was like, and he also worked with him.
Hit that planet.
Which is...
Well, and for that one.
It's strange Palpatine's from Naboo.
It is.
I never knew that as a kid. And now it makes me go... That's why we spent so much time in Naboo.
It's like one line, one throwaway line when he meets Anakin,
yeah,
or something.
Yeah. But interesting stuff. Number 9, Final Destination Bloodlines. Sorry, guys.
Good for them.
I thought this was going to be a shorter one. My bad. And number 10, Kubera by. Oh man. Don't even bother.
It's like a Bollywood film for sure.
Yes, it is.
A beggar undergoes a dramatic transformation, exploring themes of greed, ambition, and moral dilemmas faced by the characters, leading to a quest for redemption. Faced by the characters? Okay.
It's classified as action, crime, drama, thriller.
Sure. Good for you.
If crime didn't tell you it was action, drama, or thriller,
yeah,
we put the rest in there to remind you.
Top 10. Good job.
Yeah, nice. Brokeback Mountain, its 20th anniversary. It's number 14. Just wanted to point that out. It's a great film. Apocalypse Now at 26. It's a 25 re-release.
Understandable. It's just... Apocalypse Now is a lot. I imagine people aren't as willing to go to theaters also to watch something that's that emotionally heavy.
Do you think it's emotionally heavy?
It's a lot, especially your first time seeing it.
Okay,
it's
so
the cow. The cow really upset me.
Yeah.
That's why we have animal... Like that blurb that pops up, no animals were harmed during the making of this film.
That's not true here.
Because they actually...
Yeah, they beheaded that thing. But he went... Didn't they film that in Cambodia? Where they did the actual sacrifice and everything? This is part of their tradition?
I don't think that makes it better. I don't think you should have filmed that. I don't want to see that. And I worked at the butcher's, remember?
Yeah. No, at the end, I just felt like it was two insane Americans, white guys stuck in a jungle just going, I guess we're going to kill each other. And you're like, what? But it wasn't that dark to me. I was just like, yeah, the further you go, the crazier it gets.
It's a good movie. Saigon. Shit. Still in Saigon.
I don't think it's that great of a film, though. The first half of Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
With Pyle.
Uh-huh.
Damn.
That's people don't know there's a whole other half of that movie.
Yeah, there's still more to go because you got to deal with Joker. But, Private Pile. I remember when I watched that, I must have been like 20. And I was sitting next to my childhood best friend, and when we got to that part, we were just looking at each other like, there's still more movie?
Yeah,
like,
that was started.
It's fucked.
It's
not okay.
They were making some crazy stuff back then.
They were. And the whole thing of marching in the middle of the night through a burnt down city, the only thing illuminating them is the fires.
Yeah.
And they're singing the Mickey Mouse Club song. Mickey.
War did a lot to people. Anyway, what's next?
Oh, the reason why they sung that song?
Yeah.
There's a deeper purpose, but one of the most interesting things is when you find yourself doing dumb jobs like that, where you just kind of turn off your brain and you kind of go numb to everything. Mm-hmm. One of the first things that comes into your mind is nursery rhymes.
That makes sense.
It's just a weird way we're programmed as humans. So, they were just singing the songs that they knew as a kid.
Well.
And it kind of reminds them of being a kid, yet they're walking around with machine guns looking to kill anybody.
Yeah.
It's a really
Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, Full Metal Jacket. Okay.
Yippee.
Pixar.
Yes.
So Elio is a massive defeat. Elio has performed so piss poorly.
It's like record-breaking their worst performing box office.
In, I think, 28 years.
People, I've heard, like, not many people are even talking about it, but I've heard, like, it's good.
Well, apparently nobody saw it.
Well, that's the thing. Everyone's like, no one wants to see it because the marketing is garbage. And I agree. Not only with Pixar, but basically everything under Disney's umbrella. They're doing such shit at marketing anything. Not just like their Pixar movies, their Disney movies, their like Marvel stuff, like all the marketing around like Ironheart, we'll get to that one here in a bit, but they're not showing us anything. They're showing us ideas, but they're not like giving us a premise.
Yeah.
They're showing us like an idea, like this is an idea of what the character will go through on their character arc, and I'm like, what's the story though?
Yeah. Just a little heads up for everyone. If you want to hear about Disney, we're going to talk about Disney because it's just Disney from here on out.
Yeah.
And if you're not, cool, awesome, goodbye. Just wanted to say that. So Pixar takes this massive defeat. We know Elio was supposed to be something else.
Yeah.
We've seen that. I've reported on that quite a lot. You could find a lot of Deadline articles in it. Mm-hmm. But here's the interesting thing. The president of Pixar, CEO, whatever, he was like, hey, it's better than making Toy Story 27. And I just dropped everything and I just went, wait, hold on, dude. Hold the fuck on. What are you talking about when you're making Toy Story 5?
You can't make that joke when you just announced Toy Story friggin' 5.
Yeah, and you're bringing Woody back for what?
Exactly.
I'm bringing Woody back.
Yeah. Like, you can't, like, what a hack. What a loser.
Just say that. And it's like, dude, you are the problem now.
Then
we get even further into it. Mm-hmm. Because they're making Incredibles 2.
I know.
Right?
Or Incredibles 3.
3, my bad. I just completely ignored that the second one exists.
I know, because it's so bad.
Just like Monsters University.
Because that's the thing. All their, like, sequels, it's so weird. Like they just miss the fun of what the original was supposed to be.
No, it's almost like the original Five Guys aren't there right now. Huh?
Yeah.
And they're not. And it started with those Five Guys on the little napkins that they drew on their lunch.
Yep.
And all those characters came to life.
And now they've just been
and
sitting
the last one made was...
Wall-E. And Wall-E's a lot.
And tell me when that little robot dies, you don't cry?
Oh, God. Man, I had such not a good time. I went to theaters with a friend from, like, middle school, and we walked away, and her aunt, who, like, took us there, was like, did you guys have fun? And I was like, I don't think so. I'm sad.
I watched it with my family. My little brother and sister were just kids, so it makes sense as a Pixar movie. Mm-hmm. And when he got crushed like that, I was just like, look at the ceiling, look at anything else, think about something else.
Suck the tears back inside you.
Like, I'm a man.
It's, okay, so, but modern day Pixar, first of all their stories are the same. It's so, like, generic. And it's always like, because you think about their old classics, like Bug's Life.
Yes.
Toy Story.
Yes.
Any Cars. It's a really unique setting for the characters. And they seem to have gotten really hung up on the setting gimmick.
Yeah,
look
Elemental.
Elemental. Look, they're elements. Look, Elio. There's space.
Was it the Thoughtless? Thought. They have feelings, but thoughtless thing.
Inside Out.
Yes, there. See, Thoughtless.
It's the And the thing is, we started to rewatch Elemental the other day because we kept talking about it.
Yeah.
And I realized very quickly, there's no story. It's just like, and then this happens.
Yeah.
And then this happens.
Well, even crazier. We watched half of Moana 2. It's not on this list.
Not even half. No.
Yeah, I don't think they left the island.
No.
Like, we were just like, why am I watching this crap? Like, nothing was happening.
It was so boring.
But, it's just, it got Disneyfied. Mm-hmm. And when that happens, you lose your soul.
And it's just, like, I guess there's, like, interesting looking concepts, I suppose.
But they're not fleshed out full body works.
No. The story is incredibly simple at best.
Yeah.
And the characters are stuff we've seen a million times.
Yes.
And to top it all off, terrible marketing that doesn't tell you what you should be excited about. It just, they'll play like an 80s classic, slow it down.
Okay, hold on. Here's a great way. You're explaining it, right? Mm-hmm. But if you want to do a little experiment yourself at home, it's very easy. Go watch the trailer for Elio. Mm-hmm. Right? Check out how that works. Watch any Disney trailer from any movie from 2023 till today.
Yeah.
Then, now, go watch the trailer for Superman, the one coming out.
Yep.
Go watch Jurassic World Rebirth. Mm-hmm. When you watch those trailers, you get that feeling.
Yeah.
You're like, this is cinema.
They set it up. You can see like the hints of something more going on. Oh, you want to know, to keep it in the realm of like animated kids movies, you want to know one of the best initial trailers for any movie there is, and it's relevant? Ratatouille. Ratatouille's initial trailer, it's not even like shots from the movie, like how they usually
it's Remy talking to his dumb friend who's eating trash.
Yeah, he's like, I like good food. I want to eat good food.
Yes, it's literally part of the movie.
And then his friend shows up with like a ball of questionable gray crap, and he's eating it. And Remy's like, what is that? And he's like, I don't even know. And he's like, see, this is the problem with rats. They always eat garbage food, but I want to be And then it cuts to Ratatouille.
Yeah.
And then you see like a montage of him like making the soup. And it's like, I'm sold. I get the premise. I want to see what the rest of the story is going to be.
Yes. And it's a fun story, and it's fun to make sexual innuendos about. I'm not kidding. One of my favorite conversations, and this happened this week.
You got a rat under your hat, or are you just excited to see me?
I was next to one of my bosses, right? And I had an ant on me. And he like squished it off of me, right? And I was like, oh, how quick. Because I could have turned into Ant-Man. And he was like, if you turn tiny, can you jump in my hair and ride me like Ratatouille?
Another problem, and this is something people have talked about a bunch with modern day Pixar. They all look the same. They all have the same art direction. And I know, like, technically, if you look at it, there is differences. But the small, squat, wide nose, the bean-shaped mouth, the same. They look very samey. Yeah. And Disney's the same way.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, these two companies, Pixar and Disney, they used to be very different. Mm-hmm. And now together they've become amorphous.
They have.
And it's frightening because you look at Illumination, right? Mm-hmm. Over there, who are they batting with? Universal?
I think so.
And DreamWorks is also Universal right now. Mm-hmm. DreamWorks is his own thing. They didn't get consumed by anyone.
Yeah.
They float around and they get these contracts. They right now have a contract with Universal. Mm-hmm. But I believe Illumination is their in-house production team.
I think you're right.
And look at the Mario. Just Mario. Look at Minions. Look at what happens when they make a Minions movie.
Look at Gru. And then look at
Elio.
DreamWorks, talking about DreamWorks, look at like the most recent Shrek trailer with Zendaya in it. They look different.
Yeah.
And then look at Luca turning red, Elio. They look exactly the same.
There's also a major dip in quality.
Yes.
Not just storytelling, but with graphic resolution. When you look at Sully or Mike,
it was groundbreaking. I literally remember like the news channel was talking about how they mastered hair physics just so they could make Sully.
Yeah, because it's important for Sully. When you look at Mike, he's got scaly skin.
He does.
You can see the scales on him.
You can see the shine on his
But
eyeball.
then you look at Elio and you're like, he's just wearing an eye patch. Well, I want to see the seams of the eye patch.
It's like, also, why is he wearing an eye patch?
He's a kid.
And then you see all the aliens that are the same.
Apparently in the original, he was supposed to be missing an eye.
I mean, I think that would be cool.
I think he got pink eye from hanging out with Disney.
There's too much shit in the air.
So you talked about Ratatouille.
Yes.
Right? I had already written everything out for this coffee break, and then that happened. Ratatouille 2 is actually in the works.
I don't want it.
So, yeah, it's kind of hard making original content. It's better than Toy Story 27. And it's like, but you just announced Toy Story 5 and Ratatouille 2.
I don't want if it's not called Ratatouille, I'm gonna be upset.
Okay. So, Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a good movie. I talked about it a little bit this week. You finally got the review.
Mm-hmm. It's a good review. You should go watch it. If you haven't, I'm watching you.
I do talk shit a little bit, but it's a great, strong entry into coming back to a franchise.
It was refreshing. Better than I remembered it being, which was it's always a delight when that happens.
It's this, I get these warm, tingly feelings when I see good cinema, and it's usually because I'm smiling, and I feel myself, like, I'm falling in love with these characters, right?
You're like, yes, this is the world I remember.
Yes, and Kylo Ren is all of that. Him and I have way too many similarities, but when he shows up every time and he pulls out that lightsaber,
he's cool.
I'm just like, dude, I want it so bad.
It's a fun back and forth. It's a little hokey at times.
Yes. Well, it's Star Wars. I mean, it's a sci-fi. You're gonna get fucking cheesy.
Yeah,
here's the biggest problem. I put Finn on that thumbnail.
Yes.
And the reason why is Finn is clearly the main character.
He should have gotten to be a Jedi.
It's not Rey. And yeah, they totally... I feel so sorry for... Have you seen the videos of black kids watching the trailer? And it shows Finn turn on the lightsaber.
Yeah.
And they're just flipping out.
Well, have you heard John Boyega talk about how he felt so cheated?
Yeah.
Like, he was like, I gotta be a Jedi. Yeah. And then it never got to be anywhere.
Yeah. And I'm pissed for him. We will continue down the other two movies. Yeah, it will take time.
That downward spiral.
It will be very fun. I just wanted to say that I still think Finn is the main character. I hate that they cut Poe out so much. Yeah. But he is a cool, fighter.
He is. Like, that's the thing. It should have ended with both Finn and Rey being Jedi. And they're like, we can both find more Jedi. Like, if a random stormtrooper... Yeah,
it should have been them going to the island to find Luke.
Yeah, if there's a random...
It has to be just Rey.
If a random stormtrooper can be a Jedi, can have force sensitivity, then they could find more people, and they could rebuild the Jedi Order, and then they go off and they do their thing. But no, it has to be just Rey, and they have to all separate, and she takes BB-8 for some reason. Yeah. Even though she spends no time with him.
She spends a lot of time with him.
Well, she saved him, but I'm like, that's Poe's droid. What are you doing?
Yeah, he likes hanging out with her.
Alright, man.
The BB-8's cute. But I have no problems with Rey. I know I made fun of her. There's really no problems. Even her lineage, I'm like, it's kind of messed up, but yeah, it's a sci-fi, so fine, I'll let it go.
It feels like unnecessary. I'm like, she could have just had powers.
Yeah, I never looked at the Emperor and went, does this guy fuck?
Like, she could have just been some orphan. Like, it doesn't always have to be tied to...
Oh, God. And then, in the retcons...
Oh, God.
Yeah, so the future is not bright, but we are going to go marching strongly with our heads held high.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, please check it out. If you don't check it out...
Ew. Ew, you didn't watch the review?
Yeah.
Ew.
And then Ironheart. Ironheart is the new MCU show about Riri?
Yeah, Riri Williams. We got halfway through episode 1, and then we were like, let's watch music videos.
Yeah, it wasn't... I know what it is. Right. It's not good.
This is...
IGN.
Yeah?
IGN gave Elio a 9 out of 10.
Well, IGN's bought and paid for.
Yes, they are. But are you ready what they gave Ironheart? A 5 out of 10.
Well...
So, are they bought and paid for? Because somebody in there went, I don't like this either.
Here's the thing, and this is true of all of Disney's TV shows, especially a lot of Marvel's TV shows. They don't know what a hook is.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, because I remember distinctly being like, I don't know, 9 or 10, a child, and I took a class for writing, and they were like, the most important thing you need is a hook. And the entire school year, they told us, you need a hook, have a hook, and Disney, Marvel specifically, is like, we'll have our hook be at the very end of episode 1. And it's like, no.
That's not true.
It needs to... Well, something will finally happen at the end of episode 1.
Yes. Well, okay. So I like listening to comedy podcasts with stand-up comedians because I just love comedy, and I think it's just more interesting to hear interviews with comedians.
Yeah.
Right? Or comedians conducting the interviews, which is even more fun. But they brought somebody on, and they're like, have you seen Severance? And they're like, we haven't seen Severance. And they were like, well, you should give it a watch. And they're like, I don't really care, and I don't want to do it. And they're like, just give it till episode 3. And the interviewer was like, that's my problem. Why is it always episode 3?
Yeah.
And see, Ironheart did the same damn thing. 3 episodes, because they're like, the hook is not at the end of episode 1, it's at the end of episode 3.
So the way it's supposed to work is...
It's also 6 episodes long.
I know. That's halfway through the whole friggin' story. So
so your hook is halfway through your story?
The 3-episode rule, the way it's supposed to work, the first episode entices you with an idea.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that's going to make you want to keep going, despite how, uninterested you might come after that. But that should be the first thing that happens. The very first thing that happens should be something that excites you.
You're saying that, yes, you won't really know much about the characters, but you know an event transpired.
Yeah.
And that is intriguing.
So it's like, the hook, very, very beginning.
Yes.
And then the rest of episode 1 is establishing the world and characters, which tends to be kind of boring, but is important.
I feel like it would be episode 2 that does that. But
I feel like
go ahead.
Episode 2 expands on it in a more exciting way. Like,
yes.
Episode 1 is like, this is the kingdom. And then episode 2 is like, this is the underbelly of the kingdom, and this is why it works this way, or whatever. And then episode 3 is like, the story can really start. Now that we're done explaining everything for you, now we can get... That's the idea behind it.
Yeah.
Arcane does a really good job with it, with its first season. The first thing that happens in Arcane, episode 1, is this really beautifully animated sequence of these 2 little girls walking through, the end of a war zone. And one of them is singing a song, and she's holding her hands over her eyes because her sister told her not to, so she doesn't see everything. And they find a man. There's no dialogue.
I don't like any of this.
They find a man, and one of them looks around and then, looks concerned, and he looks over and you see clearly who, the kid's parents, and they're dead. And then the man adopts them and takes them away from the war zone. And it's like, no matter what...
That turned out really differently than what I thought.
No matter what happens after that, that war zone setting sticks with you. That beginning, because you know something bigger is going to happen. This war isn't over. And so we spend the next 2 episodes, establishing stuff. But that hook was the important part. And Disney doesn't do that.
Yeah, I totally agree. I still don't think you need 3 episodes. We were talking about The Office this morning.
As we tend to do.
I was thinking about The Office because I'm excited for the remake, the paper, right? Mm-hmm. But The Office tells you what it is right away. Mm-hmm. The only problem is it doesn't take 3 episodes. It takes a whole damn season.
I know.
That first season is rough, just like Parks and Rec.
Yes. It's crazy.
But then I was thinking about, okay, that's a character introduction, right? Mm-hmm. And really, everybody in the office is normal at that point.
Yeah.
Nobody's too crazy. Nobody's too eccentric. The only one who's just batshit insane is Michael Scott.
Yes.
And...
which makes, in the British version, that was the cell.
Yeah, that was their cell. But here, it doesn't work. Mm-hmm. And then once Steve Carell really, dials it back...
yeah. Makes Michael his own thing.
Yeah, and he made him more personable.
Yeah.
He's still crazy. He still says and does crazy things. Mm-hmm. But he was more, so stiff, right?
Because he was doing what Ricky Gervais did with the character in the British one. Who's just this unabashed asshole.
Yeah.
Which is very British humor, you know? Mm-hmm. But, yeah.
But then I was thinking about later on, and I was like... once Michael leaves, it opens the position for who's going to be their manager. Mm-hmm. And they take on Ultron himself, Robert California.
Yes.
And, by the way, he's coming back to the MCU.
Oh, really?
He will be Ultron, he'll be in Vision Quest, and apparently they're going to, work him into different stories. Here's the thing. If you feel like, oh my god, more Ultron. No, if you read the comics, he's very important. At one point, they have a tiny miniature prison.
Yeah.
That Henry Pym has built.
Yeah.
And Ultrons guard the prison. So if it took all the Avengers to take one Ultron out, could you imagine an entire prison of guards?
Which was one of the cool gimmicks of, what was it? It was Doctor Strange 2.
Yes, and Ultron was in there too. You could see the Sentinels.
But it wasn't Robert California. That's not the man's name. That's the character's name from The Office.
Anyway, so I was thinking about Robert. And one of the interesting things is that The Office is shot like a mockumentary.
Yes. And he's the only one who, breaks the fourth wall.
And it's when he leans back in his chair, and he's looking to his side, and he's looking straight at the camera. Mm-hmm. And then he tilts his head, because he's registering, oh, you're filming me.
It's like a cat.
Yes.
It's so creepy.
He says something, but basically without even really trying, he breaks the fourth wall and he makes it very clear that this man is dangerous.
Yeah.
And that, I was like, but it takes so long to get there. Mm-hmm. But he does it in one episode. Mm-hmm. You can do it. You can establish these things quick enough.
Here's the thing. We got halfway through.
I just wanted to talk about Robert California. I'm sorry.
Of course.
He bothers me a lot.
We got halfway through Ironheart. I don't remember what happened in the beginning. We watched it. She got expelled from school.
She built a suit.
The suit isn't the thing that got her expelled. And I'm like, because that was the introduction.
Yeah.
The thing that she did, I think a laser or something blew up. Something she was working on blew up or whatever.
That makes sense.
But I don't remember it. And that's the opposite of a hook.
Well, look at Tony. Hold on. Don't laugh.
Wait.
Tony, when he's building his suit after he gets out of the cave, right? Mm-hmm. And him and Robot? What's the arm?
Oh, it's like Dopey or something like that.
Okay.
It's like a name, it's something like Dopey or Stupid or whatever.
Yeah, and you watch him go through various phases of his armor, so it makes sense. These geniuses, Spidey, how many times did that web spill all over the place?
Yeah, but the beginning of Iron Man is him in the middle of the desert in the army jeep. And then they get attacked.
Yeah.
That's the hook. I remember.
You found the hook, and it's good. It's a damn good hook. And a little spoiler, when the Fantastic Four come out, I'm not going to talk about them. I'm just going to talk about Doctor Doom himself.
They just don't know what they're doing over at which is a shame, because they announced that they didn't have a showrunner. They were just playing by ear.
Which is insanity.
I know. And I thought, after they were like, we're going to get a showrunner, I thought this thing would be fixed.
No, hold on. So, one of my favorite things is, basically, it's Film 101. Mm-hmm. When you sit in that class, they tell you, we've been doing this for 100 years. This has worked for 100 years. Mm-hmm. We're not going to change what already works for 100 years.
And here comes Disney.
And then Disney goes, what if we just took away that?
What if we just did whatever we wanted?
How about I just fire all the editors and just get AI?
No, we didn't get a script. We just have the characters just ad-lib the whole time.
do it. Yeah, so it's bonkers.
Yes. I want to continue. I want to see
the
what
other
Ironheart
thing.
has.
Yes.
But I am annoyed I have to wait till the end of this first freaking episode to get something.
So Ryan Coogler,
Yeah.
director of Wakanda, director of Sinners, director of Creed,
Executive producer of Ironheart.
yes,
Yeah.
and
He did Creed? Cool.
who stars in Creed?
Isn't Michael B. Jordan?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of his muse.
He's cool.
Yeah, they work really well together and they make awesome characters. But anyways, where was I going? Oh yeah, he was talking about how if you like Ironheart, there's more to come from the next Avengers. But when he wrote Ironheart with the scripties, right? Mm-hmm. Kang.
Yeah.
Do you remember that guy?
Who's been completely forgotten.
Who, by the way, was in Creed 3.
It
was clearly we were moving in a direction, and this was going to be a thing. And now we got Robert Downey Jr.
And we can't just recast an actor. Heaven for fucking bed.
I hope Kang shows up at the very end.
That would be cool.
Just bring him back. I'm willing to just say fuck it.
Get another man. There's so many men. Just get another man to play Kang.
Will Smith. He won't turn it down. He's desperate.
No, there's another thing with Riri. She's supposed to be 20 in universe.
Oh.
Like 20-ish. And
I felt so bad.
The actress is 27. She looks it. I'm fine with this. You know, we can watch High School Musical where all these 30-year-olds are pretending they're 16, you know?
Oh, you're talking about Riri, yeah.
So, I can suspend my disbelief with someone
Riri
looking
is paying
older.
her mortgage.
I can suspend my disbelief with that. That's fine. The thing is, it just makes me think this should have happened so much sooner.
Yes. So I had to look up Wakanda Forever, which is the second one. Mm-hmm. And that was 2022. So it's been 3 years. But that's when the movie was released. When they filmed it.
It was way before. It was pre-COVID. They keep doing that.
Yeah.
All the Brave New World was similar.
Yep.
They just keep...
Which we rewatched.
We did.
It took us 2 tries and 2 weeks.
Yes. They've really screwed themselves over. And they've screwed the actors over. Because they just have to sit on their hands and wait for this thing they put all the effort in to finally come out. And while they're waiting, they're visibly aging.
Yeah. Which I'm going to be honest. Okay. Brave New World still ranks high in my book.
It's cute.
I like it. Damn, there are moments where you're like, oh, I wish this was a better movie. And one of the biggest problems I have is we will never see the Red Hulk again.
No.
That was very clear the second time I watched it.
And Red Hulk is such a flash in the pan. It's only the very end. And for 5 minutes tops.
Ever since Ang Lee's Hulk.
Yeah. They've been trying so hard.
Me and my childhood best friend.
Uh-huh.
We have been dying to see the Red Hulk. Mm-hmm. And it finally happened. And that was it.
That sure was it.
There's a flash in the pan, so it's over.
I appreciate Harrison Ford's performance. He clearly put a lot of heart into it. He could tell people have been waiting for this. And I think he was a fine actor to choose. But the real heart of the movie is, Captain America, Torres, Isaiah, and Copperhead. Anytime a combination of those 4 characters being on screen is where you can feel the real heart of the film.
Well, I think with Isaiah and Torres, that is the heart, right? And then Cap doing his military government stuff with Copperhead. Mm-hmm. She's allowed in the team, right?
Yeah, I think she's fun. I like her. It's
not a boys exclusive team, and it never was. But no, there is so much heart with Isaiah being the original. Well,
yeah,
he's the second.
Yes.
Right, super soldier. And he was tortured and all this. It's all part of the TV show.
There's this beautiful storyline about Sam second-guessing not taking super serum.
Yep.
And he talks to Bucky about it briefly.
Yeah.
And then you can see that's where the movie was. That's
Yeah.
what it was supposed to be.
I
And
love
yet,
when he's fighting.
yeah,
When he's fighting the Red Hulk and he goes,
I should have taken that shot.
he's like, Bucky was full of shit.
But so regularly throughout the film, we're cutting away to Harrison Ford doing president crap. And every single time, I just feel the momentum dying. But I understand why. We need to set him up so he can be Red Hulk at the end.
Clearly, Ross was part of the script originally, right? And he should have been doing this, but he is slowly medicating himself. I don't think the Red Hulk was supposed to show up.
No.
And that's why they freaked out and panicked and they put the Thinker in there.
Yes.
Because the Thinker is the only one of all the characters
Yeah.
that feels artificial.
He feels so glued,
And-
tacked on.
And here's the craziest thing. He's wearing prosthetics.
He is.
So I'm more confused, why is the guy who's the most realistic the fake one?
I know. It's you can feel that this was two different films.
Yep.
Painfully Frankensteined
Yeah.
together.
I'm excited to see Thunderbolts.
I am too. I would love to. I want to see Bob. I like that actor.
Okay.
I loved him in Top Gun Maverick, one of my favorite films of all time.
Well, I just want to see the new Avengers, see what they're up to.
Yeah.
That was not us. That's our neighbors slamming their door.
They always
They
do.
slam it so hard it rattles our windows. God, we love living. Anyways, it's been almost an hour and a half. I think we're done.
We had a lot of stuff to say.
Yeah. I wanted this to be at least a 30-minute episode.
I think we made it.
I went 3 times over just for you. 300 times over.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there anything you're coming out
I
with?
love you 3,000.
How dare you? You got any upcoming videos coming out?
So, we're going back. If you're joining me, please. If you don't, I don't care. No, I'm having fun. But I did spend some time alone, just going back through. I needed some stuff. I did a little bit of upgrade. Nothing dramatic. But when we started up, we're going to be back where we were, but I have a new task in front of me. And then we're going to go take out the Red Boy, that king.
Heck yeah.
And I want my relic back. I'm very excited. I love this game. If you listened to the podcast, you would have known that I gave it way too much praise. The next movie.
Yes.
Because in the honor and the spirit of 4th of July, it's America.
Yeah.
God gave us America, right? So how do we worship this amazing moment, this momentous moment? By digging up the past and bringing back dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs! Dinosaurs!
Jurassic World Rebirth is on its way. I've been doing way too much research on just Indominus versus the D-Rex.
Yeah. God, I love dinosaurs. Oh my god.
I love Indominus. The movie... Well, I'm going to wait for that. But
we'll talk about the
some
movie
things I want to talk about.
next week. Yeah.
But it's Jurassic World. It took me a long time to deliberate whether I do park or world.
I think you made a good choice.
And you know how I figured this out? I took a walk down the toy aisle because I just wanted to see the D-Rex. And I realized all the toys said Jurassic World.
Yes.
And when I was a kid, it was Jurassic Park.
Yes.
Right? And now it's Jurassic World. They've retitled this entire franchise.
I do appreciate that one character has a classic Jurassic Park t-shirt.
Yes, but when you go back in Peacock, because they're Universal films, the Jurassic Park logo has slightly changed to be silver.
Oh.
Yep, just like World.
Yeah.
So it got domesticated like those raptors. And
No.
and then that's all I got for right now.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Tomorrow.
Yeah?
The day, it might be the day you're listening to this, actually. Ruby Reversed Fates.
Wait, what day? Friday?
What day is today?
It's Wednesday.
Thursday.
So
Thursday.
this drops Thursday.
On Thursday. Ruby
Okay.
Reversed
It's out
Fates,
now.
Volume 2, Episode 1. Technically it's Episode 11, because I'm numbering them.
Nice.
Yeah. It's out.
Nice.
Yeah, hooray.
Oh, I was on Indeed, and I found something very bizarre.
What?
And I'll just leave this right here. It was Sam and Colby
Wow.
hiring an editor.
Whoa.
Yes, I actually saved it. I'm not going to post it or anything.
Weird.
But I'm just saying I found them on Indeed. I wasn't looking for them. I just came across it, and I was like, Oh, that's crazy.
That's crazy. I mean, yeah, they need editors.
Yeah, but like I was just, it was really like legitimately them.
That's fun.
They had all their links and stuff, and they're like, "Yeah, we're the ghost hunting guys. We need help."
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Ruby Reverse Fates Volume 2.
Nice.
I'm so excited.
Nice.
Oh my goodness. And I'm also working on a Snow White video.
Yes, you are.
So you'll have to wait and see.
Snow White's pretty good. Next week, expect Pokemon. The Bear.
Yes.
And Ironheart. As for that, I hope you guys enjoy your week. Stay hydrated, stay out of the sun, and I don't know what's going on. This world's getting crazier.
Just vibe, man.
I don't know about vibing.
Just be a vibe.
Okay. Love you, bye.
Bye, you.
Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. You don't have to get that close. You're like right up on my leg, man.
I was trying to get into position, but my chair, it doesn't roll on the carpet very well.
Yeah, it's got wheels.